welcome back to AV Veterans Talk. We're continuing our conversation with this week's guest, Chris Spicher. So, as we were getting ready to take off last break, that didn't go that smoothly. It's like the Oscars, and stuff, So
Take two.
We'll take two,
Yeah.
okay? Yeah. Civ-Mil. You're a big participant in Civ-Mil.
Yeah, civilian military. It's an idea that Aida O'Connor kind of saw and set up, borrowed, about the community supporting our military, specifically Edwards and Plant 42 and China Lake, where the civilians make sure that the military is appreciated, that they get the cooperation they need, that we introduce the military, the folks out at Edwards, to the cities and to the counties, and make sure we're all good neighbors, and we realize we help the community realize how important the military is in their mission.
Yeah, and little things. I was just part of a little project with Danny Brazel when he was working out of Senator Runner's office there. And it was a simple thing as putting misters on a break area out at the base last summer. And of course there's a big process to all that, and anything that goes on a military base, but they got it done. And that came through a very generous community and donations, and I'm sure the military is very accepting and thankful for your guys coming out there. Is there other communities that do something similar to that around the nation, or is this?
There are. However, the group at Edwards kind of stands out.
It does.
And
yeah.
it's always pointed out what a wonderful thing it is that the people help at Edwards.
Sure. So, well, anyway, once again, continue on with that mission, and long may it live. Because, like I said, it's doing great things for the military there. I've dealt with you at Lancaster Cemetery for a lot of years, and
in a good way.
In a very good way, because we honor and respect, and every year you're there, and of course you're bringing over the remembrance wreaths and things like that. You've been to those programs where we honor the fallen, we pay tribute to those that are still with us in uniform, and you take care of just about all the cemeteries and all those programs and loved ones that are lost. Just give me a reflection on your take of those that have served on behalf of our country, what you do, and the flowers play a very integral part in the backdrop of the beauty of a man's or woman's service to our country, right?
Right. So, yeah, my dad's over there, and I think they're just people. Yeah. But they're important.
They are, and what we do over there, we always we have people say stuff. It's really it's about those that have moved on, but it's for the living, because what you do is to help the living, deal with it in a more positive light, right?
And that takes a lifetime.
It does.
I've been wandering around that cemetery my whole life. We would make, especially at Memorial Day. Remember Memorial Day?
Right.
When we would decorate the graves and go out there and maybe take a picnic.
Yeah.
Some communities still do. But they would send flowers for the grave, and so Memorial Day morning, my brother and my dad would go out there and place maybe 50 arrangements for orders, wandering around looking at the same headstones year after year after year after year. And so, you know those people. Yeah. And you realize they were all movers and shakers. Yeah. They were all moms and dads and kids.
Absolutely. The whole idea of the floral arrangements and things, we go back to Flounders Fields and the poppy, because the poppy was very part of the driving force behind the remembrance. And we've kind of gotten away from that. The poppies were unique to Veterans Day, because Memorial Day, we look at the kind of call them the bookends. Veterans Day is to honor the veterans and their service, and of course those that have passed on. Memorial Day is about remembering those we've just lost. So I guess in a roundabout way, you're a very integral part of the community when it comes to our remembering our vets. because every veterans program I ever go to and stuff, there's always plenty of flowers, and I'm sure there's other flower shops in town.
Yeah.
So you're not exclusive, but
Lest we forget the flower petals.
yes, yes, and I think the flowers give the the birth, and stuff, and the beauty.
A lot of symbolism.
A lot of symbolism there. So, anyway, anything else you'd like to add before we wrap this up here?
It's a wonderful place to live.
It is.
And it's a small town, has a small town feel, even though there's 500,000 of us here.
Yeah.
And, people like you, we talk about the air show, all the different personnel at Edwards.
Yeah.
Just makes it a unique place to live, so I enjoy it.
Yeah.
I enjoy the sunrise this morning. Well, I think there was a sunrise.
It was very short.
Yeah.
Stuff, as the clouds are rolling
It's just
over.
a beautiful place.
But, we are, and we have a lot to embrace here, if we're willing to get out there and look for it. People can sit on and complain there's nothing to do. Boy, when we grew up here in the 60s and 70s, there wasn't a lot to do. But, boy, we sure made our activities and our fun. And we had great friends, and we still have great friends because you and I have walked this valley for many years.
Yeah. And we're going to do some more.
Absolutely. And I always say I was born on Lancaster Boulevard. I'll probably die here and be buried at Lancaster Cemetery, so I lived my life and basically moved 2 blocks.
There you go.
So it's all good. I'm happy that happened. So anyway, so Chris, thanks, buddy.
Yeah.
And we'll see you around.
Thanks for having me on.
I'm Bob Alvis, and thanks for joining us for this segment of AV Veterans Talk.